Is this thing on?
So the thing is, I work with a lot of Mexicans. So that's the thing. They call them in construction, three races: black, white, Mexican, and then this other, which is a fourth, but other is very slim.
Sure.
So everybody in the Mexican, and then the Mexicans, like for me as a black man, I get called more by the Mexican than I get called by the black or the white.
Okay.
Which is crazy, you know what I'm saying? You know how black folk are, they like to hate me, you know what I'm saying? You got some black people in trades are like that, but
Yeah.
I get more calls by the Mexican companies than I do from the whites or the blacks.
Huh.
And there's not really much black companies, but you got some black people that are bosses, so
Sure.
they work for the white company, so they got pulled to hire brothers and do that. But then if they see somebody who's really good like me, they want to hate or have some type of animosity. Saying so, it's just I got good. I'm so good with the Mexicans. They treat me like they call me all the time for work.
Well, so when you talk about the Mexicans, it's no surprise. Everybody knows like Trump wants to deport basically all undocumented people. And the question, if he does that, do you feel like the Mexican folks that be calling you, do you think that they won't be around anymore? Or do you think you'll get
Well,
more
all
work because people getting shipped
well,
out? Or what you think?
I've been seeing guys. Now I don't know who's legit and who ain't. Technically, you're supposed to be in the union, so I'm assuming they're legit. But the company's like all Mexican, and then they do work for Mexican contractors,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying. So it just I wouldn't know who's legit or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm assuming they're all legit.
Yeah.
Or I see the thing is, you were trying to say a lot of these immigrants are hurting black jobs because they're taking the black jobs and then they're lowballing the numbers. Blacks should get paid or Americans should get paid. They're
Sure.
coming in America. So instead of us paying the union wages, they're gonna do it for half, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're gonna bust their butt for that $20 an hour when I'm making almost 60, $70 an hour doing the same things.
Right.
They'll come in and work lowball so they're when Trump said they're taking black jobs, that's true. Because
Sure.
it's hurting the immigrants, but they don't well, a lot of black people don't see that. They're taking the black job.
No, and I hear you there because actually I have another friend. You actually might know him. He drums in Pike Place. He does work with the Mariners. So what he was saying, he was like, because you know that street between the stadiums where they got the hot dog stands and stuff, and they
Yeah,
play.
right, yeah.
Yeah, two of those stands are black owned, right? And they've been
Yeah,
there for 20, 30 years, forever,
yep,
right?
yep.
And he was on Facebook Live and he was just saying, you know what, this messed up. We got these two black vendors here. They've been here for 20 years. They have to jump through all these hoops to have their health code and all this other stuff. And then he pans over to across the street and you just see there's like a bunch of Mexican stands and they have they're
Everywhere, and they're everywhere in Kent, man, in the cut stuff.
right.
So there's like you got if you driving around Kent, because sometimes I DoorDash sometimes.
Sure.
So, and then I be driving there. They be in little areas that you don't even, and it's like pop ups. So
They be popping
they
up and
they
yeah.
move around. You know those people that be in the little rainbow umbrella, them
Yes.
little
Yes.
they're not legit either. They just be moving around. If they get caught, they'll roll and go somewhere else. But they those little taco stands, they pop up everywhere. Yeah, that's hurting us. Yeah.
Okay. And eliminating that competition should be beneficial for us.
Yes, but then it's what's so crazy is that all them little stands, we got the nerve to go support them. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because there is legit Mexican restaurants.
Sure.
But a lot of those ain't the health codes, you know what I'm saying? And it may be good, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from California, so I'm used to that anyway.
That's right. That's
So
right. They be everywhere.
I'm used to seeing those pop up, and those be the best ones. To be true, like even on the job sites, it be a dominant Mexican job site, and then the mom comes in the back with a wagon, and she's selling tacos, and for $5 in the back of her wagon at lunchtime. So I be the
Okay.
only black man on the job site, but I'm sitting there like, where all these Mexicans going? And they're going to their car, they just rolled up, and I'm
Yeah.
following them because I'm working with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
just
Get them
how it be.
tacos. I see. Interesting. And it's funny because you have a California perspective too, right? I mean, it like intersection, corner, sidewalk, don't matter. Like people are selling something, right? If it's flowers or oranges or work clothes, they be hustling out there, right? But I don't know. That's interesting because I've seen a lot more of those carts popping up here in Washington. You know what I
And
mean?
they're everywhere. But the thing is, I give them that they're innovative,
Yeah,
and that's where what's I can see if we was doing that. Well, you know what I'm saying? We instead of every time black people do something, we the reason why it gets broke turned down. We're shooting. There's so many black people businesses that came and gone, but all because we don't know how to everything. Is just we're just
I
it's
do know
shut
what you're saying.
we get shut down. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so many black businesses and you get
Come and
shut down
go.
but we don't know how to and then we hate each other. Everything we just lose what's creative about us. If we had that same drive like the Mexicans do, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Or
I
we
do know what you're saying.
even if it ain't legit, you just whatever you're doing, sell something, you know what
Eh,
I'm saying? We had that same drive instead of us trying to tear each other down. But at the end of the day, second, what they're doing is hurting us.
I hear
But
you.
let's don't see that because we're so stuck on the handout. They're coming in with none and they're making a kill.
Right. I hear you.
In a few months, they cross that border and through heat and sweat. Another gets my Mexicans. I get to do it here with nothing. My way to Seattle. Now they over here got taco trucks popping up everywhere,
That's
doing
right.
their thing, making their money. Why can't you? Why I hate that when we're here, and we're waiting for handouts.
I hear you. I hear you. There's a lot of truth to that. There really is. Thank you for unpacking that with me. I appreciate it. The next question I have is what do you believe about the people who voted opposite of you? Hot
Um,
take. Hot take. With a hot take.
I don't have nothing against nobody. I have nothing against nobody that voted for her or money. You know, I really don't. I just feel like a lot of the things that she ran on, like come on, she wasn't black until she started running. You know what I'm saying?
And she was leading with that, right?
It's okay. A lot of people know her history. She was born in Canada or raised in Canada. You know what I'm saying? As an Indian
Okay.
woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And her dad is Jamaican or he was born in Jamaica, but if you look at her dad, he's not really black like that. I
Right.
think he was what was he, Jewish and Irish or something like that? Or something?
I've not done that much research on.
Yeah, yeah. But I just feel like she never ran on policies. She ran on her biography. All was raised like this. No one wants to hear that. You're the second most powerful woman person on earth. If we had all them great ideas, how come you're not doing it now?
Mm,
Because you're in power now. So why, if you was gonna do this and do that, why you ain't doing it now? The problem is, I don't know you heard the news about her now, but she spent so much money in this campaign. She's in debt, $20 million, and she's asking for donations because she over here paying rappers, Megan Thee Stallion, 10 million, $5 million, all these people to help you to win. Now you're in debt.
wow.
And Trump, he spend less, and raise less too.
Yeah. Okay. That's a. Yeah. No. That's a.
I understand, but back to your question, you said, "How do I feel about the people?" I feel like he'll be your president too. And I had a lot of people say things on my Facebook, but I'm saying you wasn't saying all that when the gas prices were low. You wasn't saying that when food prices were low. You wasn't saying that when you was getting those PPP loans and those stimulus checks. You wasn't saying that all that
Right.
when money was coming in good, when the tax breaks were low.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have nothing against nobody because I hear everybody's perspective. It just that's
Okay.
not working no more.
I hope the listeners like just understand that. And this is my reality, right? I'm a universalist. I'm like, I don't really care about politics at the end of the day. I just want people to, one, take responsibility for the damn selves and stop being a burden on everybody else, whether that's financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to be taking care of your own self and you need to be accountable for what the fuck you do. first of all. But the second of all
Right.
is that like at the end of the day, we all are Americans. And if shit goes down where we have to mount up and start pulling out the guns and defending ourselves, we can't be divided doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's
Well,
what's gonna
I
happen. I'm
doubt
just
that.
saying.
I doubt that's gonna happen. A lot of the rhetoric was coming from the Democratic side,
Yeah.
caused a lot of division, was a lot of people don't see, because all you kept hearing, "Oh, Trump's gonna be a dictator. Trump's gonna do this. He's
Right.
gonna do that," and it sounds good because you got more left news than you do got right news. If you put that narrative out there, of course people are gonna believe it and run it. You know what I'm saying? I know
Hear you.
there's different groups that's probably gonna listen to this, the LBGT, all these different groups feel a certain way, and a lot of it lines up with what they believe in lines up with the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? But all them different groups have the same or don't have to go through what the black group has to go through as a whole. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you
Yeah.
got the black group, but then you got all these other groups. You know, and if you look at the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? All these groups got their laws and their benefits and all this, and we're gonna pass this for you and gay marriage this and
Sure,
all that.
sure.
But black people are still sitting here in this little box over here, seeing everybody getting all this, and we haven't got nothing.
I know that's right. Cause
Nothing. We had Obama, still didn't get nothing, but everybody else got what they got. And now we got somebody else, and she's still not even saying. But here we got this one man. That's why I'm totally opposite. But at the end of the day, he's saying he never campaigned what he gonna do for these other groups because you already got it now.
I hear you.
Trump never said, "Oh, I'm gonna help the gays. I'm gonna help this. I'm gonna help this," because you already got your what you wanted.
I hear you.
There's one group left that still hasn't gotten nothing. And I'm sitting here saying I'm gonna help this group, and our own people turn down what we wanted because why? Because they didn't have a Democrat behind it.
I hear you. I
Well,
hear you.
so they don't see that. You got all these boxes, and y'all got your stuff checked. That's why, and then so now, not, but the narrative is from the left is, oh, well, Trump hates everybody on the left. I don't think it's really that. You already got what you wanted already from the left, from everybody. We're still in this box way over here on the right. We got one person that said that was going to really do something,
I hear you.
which was going to put us all together in the same box on the left with everybody else.
I hear you. I hear you. And I want to, because you mentioned the platinum plan, which folks might not know. And I pulled up that post that you had on Facebook or whatnot.
Yeah.
And what it says is President Trump's pillars: opportunity, security, prosperity. He's talking about 3 million new jobs for Black community, creating 500 new Black owned businesses, increasing access to capital in Black communities by almost 5 billion, safe urban neighborhoods with the highest policing standards, commit to working on a Second Step Act, access to better education and training jobs, give Black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their community, bring better and tailored healthcare to address historic disparities, immigration policy that protects American jobs, advance homeownership opportunities, enhance financial literacy in the Black community, onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs, and develop opportunities for Black-owned businesses. So that,
You hear that last part right there?
yeah,
That basically saying to make sure that the other, like the Mexicans, don't steal what we're creating. Basically saying what you guys are, what I'm doing for you, I'm gonna make sure that nobody else is taking that away from you
right.
because there's gonna be other people that those dollars
I hear you.
that are set for us. But
Mhm.
I'm just like those other groups are already getting the dollars. They're already getting their funding. They're already got law passed that we want a gay marriage or we wanted bathrooms for, you know what I'm saying, for trans and all these different things. So it's not like we're against all of that. I am because I'm conservative. Because I go by what the Bible is, but I can't tell
Sure,
you what to do.
sure,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? You have a choice. And
That's right.
I just feel like it should be equal playing field. If you're gonna put your belief all on this, you want all that, then you need to set all the beliefs because to me, I don't believe that's fair either. Because if they put their flag out and somebody knocks it down, that's a hate crime. But then Black people been getting hated on for so long.
Feel you. Okay.
So it's not a racial thing to me. I just feel like it's just to be a fair, even plan, no matter what your belief is. So whatever I did, like you said, we're all Americans.
I see. I know, and that's your whole point, right? Americans should be equal, right? In terms of respecting each other and the ability to live their life the way they want to, and the ability to make money how they want to, or whatever that means.
I think more people voted for Trump more on the financial because the people saw that all the interest rates were low, the living was better, the gas price was lower, my dollar is stretched
Went further.
further, saving or not spending, and the incomes are higher, but I'm making more per hour, but I'm getting taxed more than I did when Trump was here the first time.
Good.
And it's just crazy.
Well, that's real, right? These different special interest groups got their rights, right? Now that they got their rights, let's all level the playing field in terms of like economic issues, and let's make it so that our Americanness is great again, right?
There's a reason why it's hard to make that happen because all these cities profit off of us doing wrong. That's how they
100%.
profit. You ever notice they go around to the hood trying to
Police us
picket
and
all the abandoned cars in the hood because that's profit for the tow trucks. They trap, but if we start thriving and getting better, the crime is gonna go down. But then it's gonna be like, oh, they're not gonna have the money. They make money off of us. Now, if we do better, if blacks do better, then oh man, they're not gonna like that
interesting.
because if that's what lowers the crime rate if blacks are doing better. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't want us doing wrong, I don't. Yes,
No,
I
that's
would
real.
love to see reparations, but I think if all blacks had an opportunity to get that American dream like everybody else, you probably go down. But then
Well,
you don't need so much policing because we're doing good like everybody else.
that's real. I believe that if economic opportunity was put in the hood, you wouldn't have people choosing a life of crime because there would be jobs that will actually pay what you want to live, right? But
Mhm.
in those places, there's at least historically there hasn't been good jobs, right? And when you got people having to go into white neighborhoods where they ain't safe to get a good job, one, if they get the job, they're in danger going to the job, or they're
Mhm.
not going to get a job because they're black and they shouldn't be in that neighborhood. You know what I mean? And it's, no shit, like people are going to act up and be criminals because you haven't given us a fair ability to make our own money. Yeah, I feel you. No, that's real. That is 100% real. And I know that's
Yeah.
right. So, what is the worst thing about society to you? Broad question. And just be you. If the worst thing about society to you is that gay people exist, just say that. I ain't tripping.
I don't agree with the lifestyle, but that wouldn't be my choice. I know people that are, but they don't bother me. But I think the worst thing about society is just us against us. We downgrade ourselves, we hurt ourselves, we're the least married out of all the races, 75%. The Willie Lynch letter is the reason because of that. Our women downgrade our men, our black men the worst, and that's why our men go to other races. So we're the least married. Statistics wise, I just believe that we're just us. We downgraded ourselves and we hurt ourselves. And a lot of times, but we don't see it. We don't. The seed's been planted so long ago, and it just all over. It's not as bad out here, but in other cities, it's just way worse. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.